Roman Elegies by François-René de Chateaubriand. In France, whenever we build so much as a shack, we make a terrible fuss, with a multitude of machines, men, and noise. In Italy, they undertake immense things almost without stirring. The Pope, at this very moment, is having the fallen part of the Colosseum rebuilt. Half a dozen masons' apprentices, without any scaffolding, are riding the colossus on whose shoulders a nation transformed into slave laborers perished. Near Verona, I often used to stop and watch a parish priest who was busy building an enormous steeple by himself. Beneath him, a farmer of the parish served as the mason. Often I walk all the way round the walls of Rome, and, on my circular route, read the history of the queen of the pagan and Christian universes in the walls' diverse constructions, architectures, and eras of origin. Or I go see some dilapidated villa within Rome's walls. I visit Santa Maria Maggiore, or San Giovanni in Laterano, with its obelisk, or Santa Croce in Gerusalemme, with its flowers. I listen to the singing. I pray. I love to pray on my knees. My heart is when nearer to the dust and to endless rest. I draw closer to the grave. My excavations are merely a variation on these same pleasures. From the plateau atop the hills, you can see St. Peter's Dome. What do we pay the owner of the place where the treasures are buried? The value of the grass destroyed by the dig. Perhaps I will return my clay to the earth in exchange for the statue it will give me. We shall only be trading an image of man for an image of man. When the weather is bad, I retreat to St. Peter's, or I lose myself in the museums of the Vatican with its 11,000 rooms and 18,000 windows. What solitudes filled with masterpieces! You arrive there through a gallery whose walls are encrusted with epitaphs and ancient inscriptions. Death seems to have been born in Rome. There are more tombs than dead men in this city. I imagine that the deceased, when they feel too heated in their marble couches, slip into others that are still empty, as a sick man is transported from one bed to another. You can sometimes convince yourself you hear the skeletons moving in the night from coffin to coffin. Yesterday I strayed through the moonlight in the countryside between Porta Angelica and Monte Mario. A nightingale was singing in a narrow dale balustraded with canes. It is only in the Roman countryside that I have heard the melodious sadness the ancient poets attribute to this bird of spring. The long whistle, which everyone knows, and which precedes the brilliant batteries of the winged musician, was not shrill like that of our nightingales. There was something veiled about the sound, like the whistle of the bullfinch of our woods. All his notes were lowered by a semitone. His burden was transponded from major to minor, and he sang softly. He seemed to want to charm the sleep of the dead, and not to wake them. Down these uncultivated paths, Horace's Lydia, Tibullus' Delia, and Ovid's Corinna had passed, but only Virgil's Philomela remained. That hymn of love was powerful in that place, at that hour. It gave new life to an indescribable passion. Love, according to Socrates, is the desire to be reborn by means of beauty. It was in this desire that a young Greek girl inspired in a young man when she said, "If all I had left was the thread of my necklace of pearls, I would share it with you."